Alright guys, another weekend. Got a whole bunch of video content on multiple devices and it's kind of lost. Maybe it's just difficult for me to get it off and edit it. So anyways, the crew cab made it to tractor pulls, it's together. I'll make a video on that. A new one, I guess. I'll just make a new video, that'll be easier. Try to show you what I did. It's not tuned right, it didn't win. I'll have to build blocks and track bars. I didn't get it done. Anyways, new problems that I've always wanted to try by necessity is a 4R100 where an E4od was. They say you can do it. This one's out of my 97, but the difference is it's the solenoid pack, and that's easy. I've changed lots of those. And there's an orifice in the pump. So I got both pumps all apart here, looking at everything. Pumps are different. Some places online say they're the same. Maybe it bolt in. It looks different to me. I don't know if I would change it. Where it contacts your drum in here versus here, there's a different distance. So unless you change this whole piece, I don't think you could change the pump. And then there's lots of little changes. These take pressure to disengage the torque converter. So when it engages the torque converter, it's dumping the pressure. So the rate that's dumping the pressure is how much it's going to slam the torque converter. The 4R100 is pulse modulated, E4od is just off on. I found an orifice that one has a restrictor on and one doesn't. Right down there. So this is the 90s E4od. That's 90s E4od with a restrictor. And then this one's the 4R100. No restrictor. I'm hoping that's the right one that they're talking about. So I'm going to swap. I'm going to try to tap that guy and put it into here. If not, I'll come up with something else and just try to drill it and make it that size. And then put this pump back together and put it back in the 4R100, change the solenoid pack with the one out of here, and put that in my 97. I don't know if you can see my 97 yet. So anyways, it's hot today, but that might help some people knowing the differences on some of these pumps. Might not. But when you pull that pump out, it likes to pull the front drum, all these gears, and to put it back in, I'd recommend standing it up. I've messed around for a while. I've done it sitting down. It's a pain. Also, these clutches here come out really easy, and you can put them in last. One less thing you gotta line up. There's clutches on the inside here, plus spline on the inside, and if you got that clutch on the outside, it's just too many things, and the spline is angle cut, so it has to twist into it. And I got this guy back in. He sits, if you look through here, he sits barely below. Barely, I don't know if I get the angle on it right. Basically flush with this. From this machine surface all the way across to that one. But, yeah, these two, and then there's on the pump, there's a wear ring right here, a plastic wear ring. So it should be in just a distance of that plastic wear ring. But, alright, I'm going to keep working on this. Hopefully I'll get the tranny all back together and ready to go. I don't know if I got time to pull my truck in and change that transmit. This is out of 97, but I've already put a different one in the 97, and then it started slipping. It didn't last, it only lasted like 2 weeks. It was junk. So this another, basically free to me, this 4R100 is out of another one of my parts trucks. Fluid is black. I hope I'm not wasting my time here, but at least I can experiment if you can. And how does it shift? How does it work to put the 4R100 in a 90s Power Stroke? So, all right, talk to you later. All right, I took a punch, just the right size, coming in there. The other side is smaller, so it can't go through. Tap this one up. And I should have got a little bigger punch that fits in here better, but I tapped that one down in. I cleaned everything up. I put a green retaining Loctite on there. And it tapped in you know, with good friction. That's why I wish we had the little bigger one, because I kind of marred the inside of that. Then I came in and kind of swelched, hit both sides just gently. So I think that plug will be good. Brake cleaned all this off. I'll just pour some ATF on it, put that together, look up the torque spec, torque it down, finish my clutches over there, and hopefully have this back together in no time. Alright, putting that pump in was a pain. I didn't know when you separate that out, there's two halves of that pump, and there's no alignment, pan or dowel. So you have to just feel the edges, and get it good and centered before you torque down those inside bolts. Every time I put this down in, you'd look really closely and there'd be a little gap on one side and not the other. Like something in the internals was sideways, and I fought it and fought it and fought it, and I couldn't figure it out. Finally, I just tried putting it in backwards, and the gap followed the pump. So I'm like, well, the pump's warped or something, but it can't be. That's when I realized that the two halves can misalign. And then, finally got it all lined up and put it together. I noticed somewhere two of these bolts have threads in the other part of the pump that's bigger. And so I bet they make a bolt that aligns the two halves of the pump together. You put those two pieces in, put all your other bolts in, torque them down, pull those two bolts back out, put the rest of these in. I'm gonna look into that and buy that. I'm sure they make it for next time. I've done one before, and I must have just took a guess and got it even, because the other one worked fine. Anyways, the restrictor's in there, all the guts are back together. Still gotta do the electronic solenoid pack, and should be good. Clean up everything, put my stuff away, go get my truck, park it in here. Probably that tomorrow after work. I think I've been here for too many hours for what I thought was gonna be quick and easy. Alright, talk to you later.